Hey guys, this is a quick review on the e.l.f. Elements eyeshadow quads. At least that's what I use them for. Technically they're not all for eyeshadow. But these are $1 at eyeslipsface.com, or if you have a store near you that sells e.l.f., definitely check it out. I know they are sold at some Targets and Kmart's and Big Lots, but not every one. So, if you go to your Target and can't find e.l.f. there, don't, leave a comment and be like, it's not at my Target. eyeslipsface.com. And basically, if you go to the e.l.f. website, they sell these, and they also sell little inserts which will fit into these holes. They sell, I think, like blush, lip gloss, and eyeshadow tins that will fit in here. But the reason I like these isn't because of the ones that you can fill them with, but you buy them empty, and these little slots right here that hold the eyeshadow fit a ton of other brands. Some of the brands that will fit in these little slots are MAC eyeshadows, the Body Shop eyeshadows, Smashbox single eyeshadows, not the trios or the duos that they have because those are bigger, the NYX or NYX shadows from the trios, the round ones, although I've heard that if you somehow lift out this little plastic insert and just have the metal part here, that you can fit 4 of the square NYX singles in here. I just haven't tried that personally. And also some old Milani eyeshadows, I believe. I think that's it, but if you know of another brand that will fit in here, definitely leave me a comment so everyone else can know. But the reason I love these is because, if you guys know e.l.f., everything is pretty much $1, and I like depotting all my shadows, and I find it easier to keep them in palettes. They take up less room. It's just easier. You can categorize them by color, or if you want to create a certain look, you can put, a highlight, crease, lid, and liner or outer corner color all together. And it's just easier to locate them that way for me, instead of, digging through piles and piles of single eyeshadows. And then, of course, with MAC, they have the Back to MAC program where you can take them back to a counter and get a free lipstick. So that's really great, but, sorry, I thought my roommate was coming in. But the great thing about these, honestly, I get them for the price, because if you know MAC, the MAC Pro or standalone stores sell empty palettes. They have quads, which cost $3.50, or a 15-pan palette, which costs, I think, $12.50. I might be wrong on that. And of course, these are quads that only cost $1. So when using a quad, you can save $2.50, and then if you buy the 15-pan palettes, you can store 16 shadows in here for $4 as opposed to 15 in that one for $12.50. And I do understand the benefits of using a 15-pan palette, because obviously sometimes, like, I have a lot of purples, and I have a few different quads filled with the purples right now, and sometimes I think it would be easier just to have a 15-pan dedicated to purple so I could have them all in one spot. But right now it doesn't bother me too much. I might take the time and invest in the 15-pan palettes at a later date, but for right now, whenever I have 12 free bucks, I'd rather spend it on a new makeup item than something to hold it all in. So there you go. These do have some benefits over the MAC ones. If you see this little slot right here, obviously it's not full right now, but they do come with a applicator. One end is a sponge tip applicator, and then the other end is like a lip brush, which is kind of cool. I just throw them all away because I don't use them. And then also the mirror, which is a really decent sized travel mirror. I mean, you can just see how big it is. It's really convenient, and the MAC ones obviously don't come with a mirror. It is a trade-off for the quads, because the MAC quads have a clear lid and you can see the colors in the actual palette, but the 15-pan palette just has a solid lid with no mirror and you can't see through it. So the mirror is a big benefit if you're traveling. It's really easy because it's one less thing to hold if you're doing your makeup on the run, and it's one less thing to pack because you can just slip in your eyeshadow quad instead of taking an eyeshadow and a mirror. And then obviously if you're traveling, I know they're not incredibly huge and they're still pretty thin, but the 15 pan palettes would be harder to travel with than this little quad because it's a nice little cute size. Really easy to, you know, throw in a purse or a duffel bag if you're going on a weekend trip. So that's a really good benefit. And then also, I mean, most compacts have this, and I'm not, let's just compare it to, actually, no, not that one. Okay, so this, they have like the little snap closure where you have to push in this button and it'll pop up, which makes it more secure than, say, when you're traveling. I'm not sure how the MAC palettes open, but you know, like say this MAC blush, they don't have a little button you push, it just, you lift it up. And when you're traveling, sometimes these can come open on their own and the product can get ruined inside, so this is convenient, I think. It's a really secure closure. These are magnetic, but obviously the shadows that come with them, if you order the e.l.f. ones, are too, but obviously, you know, you just have to stick a magnet on the back of your depotted shadows and stick them in here. It's really convenient. I like the quad format. You know, I love the price. And it's really easy to make a look, you know, like how I was talking about earlier. You can put colors that go together, like say these, which is an NYX Trio, and then MAC Satin Taupe. So, you know, I can use all these colors together or pick and choose from them. I even have some organized by brand. Like here I have a Smashbox quad, which I could use all together as a look. But, you know, that's really cute. Or you can just sort them by color. Like here I have one of teal blues, which I would never wear all four of these together. But yeah, it's just really convenient. It's nice if you are looking for a way to store depotted shadows and don't want to shell out the money on a 15 pan palette, or if you don't live near a freestanding MAC store, like I don't. I think the closest one to me is like 5 hours away. So that's not cool, and I'm not a pro member, so it can be harder to order from their telephone number online. These are a lot cheaper, easier to order. Shipping does take a while with e.l.f., but if you just order a bunch at once, it's a lot easier. So there you guys go. I hope this review helped some of you who are looking for another palette that would fit all these other brands of eyeshadow besides the MAC one. So there you go. If you guys have any comments or questions, just leave a comment down there or send me a message. Bye guys.